Hello everyone, I'm Scholar Shamya and welcome to WTKN Channel 8's news program, Inquisitive Corner. Thank you for joining us. Today we have a very special guest. Please give a round of applause for Mayor of our great city of Wilmington, Mike Purzycki. Hello Mr. Purzycki, welcome to our program. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Shamya, thank you very much. And by the way, you said my name perfectly. Not everybody does.
Thank you. Could you please tell our Thunderbird family a little bit about yourself?
I grew up in Newark, New Jersey. I came to the University of Delaware a long time ago. I was an athlete. I played football down there. I was a history major, and then went to law school years later, practiced law for a number of years. I was a developer, and then 25 years ago, I was hired to run the Riverfront Development Corporation, and so I was part of the team that developed the riverfront that you see today, where over $1 billion of development took place. And then in 2016, I decided I would run for mayor, and I did, and was successful, and then won re-election in 2020.
Wow, thanks for sharing that information. I want to ask you a few more questions if that's okay with you.
Sure.
So Mayor Purzycki, what does a mayor do?
Well, the mayor is the leader of the city. The mayor sets the aspirations for the city, the goals for the city. So in our case, we want to support our neighborhoods. We want to try to reduce crime the best we can. We want to attract businesses to come to the city because businesses pay taxes, which allows us to afford all of the services that we want to provide for everybody. The city has 72,000 people. They all have to be managed to one extent or another. Everybody's got something to say about their own little problems. People have complaints that you have to deal with. We have 1,100 employees. They all have to be managed. We try to guide our employees to do the best they can in delivering services. So police, fire, public works, trash collection. People take that for granted. No, we've got really good people out there who collect our trash every day, clean the streets every day, and of course you see the police officers and firefighters all over the city. But then in the back you've got to have finance. There's a big finance department that's got to manage all the financial aspects of the city. And you just want to make your city operate as smoothly and as efficiently as you can. That's pretty much what the mayor does.
That doesn't get stressful?
Yes, it's extraordinarily stressful. That's a great question, the way you asked it. Yeah, it is. I mean, and whenever, I think the worst of it is when we have young people commit crimes, not just young people, people commit crimes, and you see just wasteful violence and loss of life, and it hurts badly. And I personalize those things because I take responsibility for the city, for the good things and for the bad things. So yeah, it can be stressful.
That's so interesting. I did not know how much it took being a mayor. How long have you been mayor?
So my first term was 4 years, and I just started my second term. So it's about 4 or 5 months now, my second term.
Thank you for working for the people who live in Wilmington for so many months. What are some obstacles you deal with as mayor of Wilmington?
Well, I think Wilmington, one of our big obstacles is that we have too many people who are poor. So we have too many people living in poverty, too many people who don't have jobs. So we have to try to lift people out of poverty the best we can. We've got to try to find work for people so they can build their own lives and take care of their families. The obstacles, we've got some people who just don't understand what it takes to be a good citizen, and so often we try our best to have them build their own personal attributes, but if that doesn't work, then then the police have to be involved, and so we try to get them into the social service system so we can make people live better lives. And then we have to attract businesses to come to the city. It's not always easy. Everybody's competing for the good employers to come, and so we've done a good job. I think, if you look at the riverfront and some of our neighborhoods that we're building up, they're really pretty attractive, and so I think that's, and then the obstacles, another thing that you probably don't quite understand, except you might thinking about just your friends all sitting around or people in your class, how you will disagree about things. Well, in politics, people disagree all the time too. So, what you think is so plainly obvious as the right thing to do, other people disagree with. So that's just part of what you do in life, not just in the city of Wilmington, but in the state of Delaware and in Congress in the United States as well.
Well, that sounds challenging. And finally, what is the process of becoming mayor of Wilmington?
Well, the process, very, very simply, anybody can run for mayor who's qualified by age and tenure here in the city. But it's usually building, I think what you want to do is prepare yourself to deal with the issues involving the running of a mayor, developing a city, understanding people's problems. I was chairman of the Hope Commission for 10 years. We helped men who came out of prison lead better lives. It's a good thing, it's a good background to have when you get to be mayor, because you understand all the subtleties of people's lives and what it takes to improve them. And among those things that it takes to improve are schools like Warner, where you've got great leadership who understands that we have to build everybody's aspirations so our kids they learn to reach higher in their entire lives and not settle for less than they're capable of. So in a sense, Dr. Newton being a head of a school is not a whole lot different than being mayor, head of a city. You just want to get people to perform to their potential and live really good lives. So I think all those things prepare you to be mayor. There are people who are mayors who were teachers. There are people who are mayors who are police officers. There are people who are mayors who are just business people. So it's just people who, by virtue of their life experiences, are prepared to deal with the complexity of being mayor.
So what you're saying is one day I could run for mayor.
Listen, absolutely. Absolutely right. You think about it and think about being a leader in your community, no question you can run for mayor.
That would be cool. Thank you, Mr. Purzycki, for joining us, and thank you, Thunderbird family, for watching. I'm Shamya for WTKN Channel 8 News program. Have a great day.